Camera, please. No, no, no. Am I framed in? Am I framed? I'm framed. All right, perfect. All right. Hey guys, what's up?
What's up?
Hold on a second. I gotta pull up my questions. Uh, all right. So you guys are a band called Dreamland.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I have to ask this out of contractual obligation, but are you guys manifesting anything recently?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. A secret.
We're manifesting a good concert on August 12th.
Woo!
I'm manifesting playing the drums to the best of my ability.
Fantastic.
That's-
We love to
Would
hear
you
it.
like to rethink your answer?
No.
All right.
All right.
He's the mysterious one. All right. So, considering you guys to perhaps be the originators of the alt-rock, indie pop, hip-hop, doo-wop, barbershop genre, do you feel the definition of genre and sound is ultimately a productive conversation to have in regards to a band and their identity?
Oh, man. That's a really good question.
Take your time. We'll cut any dead air.
Well, the first thing I think of when you ask that question is one of my favorite bands and one of our biggest inspirations as a band. They're called Tally Hall, and they did not like labeling themselves with a certain genre, so I think they came up with their own name and they called it like Fab Blue or something like that for whatever their genre of like theater alt rock is. But yeah, I don't know. It does seem like sometimes it's harmful to, classify yourself by certain genres. Like it instantly will turn some people on or off of your music with the definitions, but it definitely serves its purpose. Like, so kind of what lane you belong in. I don't really know. You guys have?
It's definitely an interesting like Spotify, like you see that genre and you're like, what the fuck is that? So it's like, yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
You guys pretty much covered all the bases that I was gonna say. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
we're synced up.
Which Tally Hall album, first or last one?
First one for sure. Have
First
you
one?
heard Hawaii Part 2?
I have heard Hawaii Part 2.
That one, I mean, it doesn't count as a Tally Hall album, but like for sure,
Oh, that one's
one.
fantastic.
If anybody watching this hasn't listened to that album, if you partake in marijuana, do that and listen
Image.
to the entire time.
I'm just kidding. No. This is real. This is
Yeah.
a real interview.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, this
So,
is real.
That you can cut that if you need to. that album.
No,
Hawaii
we
Part 2.
literally asked a band if they smoke, like, last interview.
Yeah, but other than that, the first one, Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum, that's big inspiration for a lot of our stuff, for sure.
Have you ever been to Marvin's?
No, I have not. Have you?
I drove past it once,
Really?
and then I was like,
That's
there it is. That's fantastic. All right, so despite its ubiquity among people, there's a surprising lack of ukulele in mainstream music. Can you speak to the appeal of the uke and why you chose the iconic Strata uke?
Dang, these are good questions. I wasn't sure what to expect. I like these questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, I started playing the ukulele when I was in like junior high school. One of my biggest idols and inspirations is Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots, who played a lot of ukulele in their genre of music. And I think it adds a really unique and interesting like aspect to pop and rock music. I think it has a lot that can be utilized that just isn't in it. It adds like a fresh, clean sound. Almost like it doesn't always have to be like a positive thing, like people I think really associate ukuleles with like rainbows, sunshine, happiness, but yeah, and I think maybe it's quite literally because it has nylon strings and it sounds bright and stuff, but I think it's interesting to think about how you can use it in a context that's not so bright, and I think Tyler Joseph does that brilliantly, and it's inspiring to me to think about how I can do the same and make something that is true to us and true to me with it.
On that note, how do you find your inspirations like Cage the Elephant, John Bellion, and what was 21 Pilots? That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
How do you find them manifesting in your music? And that goes for the whole band, if like other inspirations and things like that.
Yeah, I guess I can go first. Like, I think I just feel like when I first started writing songs and taking it seriously, it's like some of my favorite songs, which are by those bands, I found that, like when I tend to write a song, it just sounds like something that like they would make, or maybe like something that I would listen to. Like, and I think the significance it has is it's just like where I got my understanding of music and songwriting from. Like most songwriters, like nobody takes classes to learn about like how do you write a song, how do you make a captivating melody, how do you do that. You really just like people who write songs are really just students of the people who they're inspired by, you know. So I think I can just feel sometimes like when we're really in the pocket or like offbeat and doing some acapella stuff, like we feel John Bellion like just coursing through our veins and kind of stuff. I mean, me and him like have a very similar music taste. So what do you?
That's cool. You need that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's really cool to see. Brady does like the majority of our writing, like both like chords wise and lyrics, and it's really cool to me to see all of our inspirations, because we listen to pretty much the exact same music, like you said, and yeah, it's definitely really cool to me to see his inspirations really kind of come to life in our songs. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Fantastic. Cool.
And yeah, I want to say too about you, like, I mean, when we first started playing together, so we're brothers and we grew up together, kind of just like watching YouTube tutorials and listening to stuff to figure out how to play it. And like, we really adapted a lot of the style of 21 Pilots early on, because that was like like when I was in junior high, that was all I would listen to on repeat is 21 Pilots albums. And we took lessons for a couple years as kids for our like respective instruments, but really we just learned by watching. We've been to probably 5 or 6 plus 21 Pilots concerts, and just watching them and like watching him play like his drums, the style in which he does it, and the things that he thinks to do for fills, even like all that bare bones stuff. It's all like influenced by the stuff that we've seen, the stuff that we've heard, and like, so we'll definitely always pay homage to like those bands that inspired us early on, for sure. Now, the Black Sheep, quote unquote.
Hi, I'm the Black Sheep. I'm a metalhead at heart.
Facts.
I like metal. I will always love metal. Metallica's Ride the Lightning album birthday is today, actually, so that's probably my
birthday, Metallica.
Happy birthday, Metallica. I fucking love you.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them.
You know, just
They've played in Antarctica.
I definitely bring the weird, heavy-ish aspects in our song to life. So like maybe a few of our heavier songs I've definitely had more of an influence on. Our Way Out, if you guys ever see us live, I don't know.
It'll come out eventually.
Yeah.
A band called Dreamland on Spotify, hopefully, or other services. Title.
But yeah, it's like I listen to a bunch of like prog rock, regular rock, any kind of rock, but music in of itself, I just like. I love music. It doesn't matter the genre to me. Like you can give me some like freeform jazz, I'm like, that's chill. That's great, man. You know.
Do you have a background like classically trained or anything?
I took guitar lessons for 1 year in 8th grade. That's about it. Yeah,
This is
none of
badass.
us are really trained per se in music. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. On that note, do you think that music, classical training or anything like that, like do you think that puts people in a box creatively, or how has that affected you creatively, like the lack of it per se?
Me personally, I think it's good to put yourself in the box sometimes, and it's also good to take yourself out of the box. It might just depend on like the musical context of what you're trying to accomplish. I would like to know more music theory like that. I feel like that would help me in my journey of music playing, but you know, what I know intuitively has gotten me this far, so I'm just gonna bank on that for a little bit. But I can't, it's just my opinion, so bye-bye.
It's like your opinion, man.
So like when we first started writing music as a band, it really was all just kind of intuitive, going by ear and stuff. Since the band started, I started taking music classes at Ohio State, and so I started learning real music theory, learning how to read music, and then learning things like voice leading and chord progressions, all that stuff that I find really interesting because I'm a nerd, but like to a lot of people it's boring. I think you can really get a far away with intuition, but music theory never hurts. A lot of musicians are scared of it, but like it really, most of what it has done for me so far is just like confirmed the things that you can already hear by ear and helps like guide you in the right direction to like, this is why something sounds dissonant, this is why something might work versus not work. It just gives you more knowledge, and I like knowledge is power when it comes to, you know, creating things. So thank you.
Oh, it's nice.
A little shield here. Do you have anything to say about classical training or anything?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's important to know, or to, you know, kind of try and you know, learn as much as you can. I think that just overall makes you a better musician. I don't think it's necessary, however, to, you know, go that far and, you know, learn every last, you know, kind of be a nerd. But I don't know. Like Aden said, I think it's cool to kind of hop in and out of the box sometimes. I think it just depends on the style, really, of what you're going for. So, yep.
This was not planned, but I just noticed that we have the same glasses.
Yeah, so one of us has to one of us has to take these off. No.
No. How about we both keep them on?
I like that idea better.
No. No. Do you guys still play Rainbow Six Siege? Or have you guys moved on?
Are you like trying to pull some Nardwuar stuff like right now? That's weird. Don't do that. I don't remember ever saying that. But yeah, I occasionally play. I occasionally do play still. Actually, that's a funny quick aside. That's how this band really came together. Is I just gotta tell it one time. Is in high school, I was for our high school, I was the team captain of our Rainbow Six Siege team, and these two were both on the team, and obviously I've known him my entire life.
I was not.
He was on the team,
He wasn't in the team.
And that's how we like met. These two were in the same grade, and they knew each other, but never really got close. But that's how we started playing online, and then over quarantine, we were friends on Xbox and decided to get together, try to jam together, and like it really all started there. But to answer your question, occasionally I do. It's really just gotten a lot worse. It's not the same game. It's not really enjoyable anymore. I know you don't. I don't think you guys play it at all anymore. Yeah, it's just pain. It's pain every time I load it up. I finally managed to get out of the toxic relationship with that game.
Get on it, Ubisoft.
Yeah, get on your shit, Ubisoft. Shout out. Call out.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know how the question was going to go. So I think during COVID, a lot of people did a lot of crazy shit, you know, and I think like making a band sometimes like is a thing that's like I don't know, like getting married in Vegas sometimes, but like has that like ultimately proven to be a very positive thing in your life? I should hope so.
It has ups and downs like every relationship. Like getting married in Vegas, as you said. Obviously, that's a good thing. Like you got married. But the bad thing is that you got married in Vegas. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think it has had a very positive impact on my life, mainly because it's like, I don't know. I've always been interested in music, and to surround myself with people that have like also kind of had that their entire lives is just kind of fulfilling for me. So it's really nice. But yeah, I like plucking the strings,
fantastic,
so to speak.
We like hearing you pluck the strings.
What?
I think playing, you know, really playing music, you know, as an instrument, like on an instrument instead of, you know, like just listening to it has like completely changed the way I look at music as a whole. Like I kind of grew up as kind of like a sports guy mostly, so that was the majority of what I did is play sports. But once I really like got back into drumming, ever since we got this whole band together, like all of the like, you know, music that we've been making and like just playing honestly in general, it's made me appreciate music as a whole, just like so much more, and it's like it's honestly eye-opening to to listen to certain songs now that like I didn't think anything about, before, but now that I'm like an actual musician, like it's crazy to see how much like hard work actually goes into producing and writing and every little step like that. So yeah.
Obviously, like being in a band is a lot of work, and it is a big commitment. And I was curious if the Temps are still playing.
Yeah, they are. I think they're going like more than 15
Brady's dad,
years.
everybody.
Yeah, that's my dad. They yeah, he knows. It's crazy. You probably don't want to know, dude. You probably don't want to know.
You were actually a lot harder to find out about.
He is the mysterious guy.
The mystery guy.
You seem way too relieved that he doesn't know. Like, what are you hiding, dude?
I don't know. Why keeps looking at me.
No.
This is why Aden doesn't get a microphone on stage.
I think overall it's been like a super positive experience for me. It's cathartic to write music. It's brought a whole new like understanding and respect for music and people who do it. And I don't think any of us were planning on doing this with our life, and like it's kind of given my life a whole new meaning. And like, listening to a lot of the artists we did growing up, they did a lot for me, and I think like the goal, at least for me, is to kind of repay that debt and hope that I can do the same thing for other people that they did for me. And I mean, there's just been like overwhelming positivity in the community here in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many great bands and great people really that just like want to help each other be the best musicians that they can be. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing, like being able to get up on stage. Like I'd been up on stage before during musicals, and me and Cooper got up on stage before, but never like this. And the energy exchange is just like something that can change your life. And I think that it's been super valuable, and I mean, gives me something to look forward to all the time.
You get kind of addicted to it a little bit.
Yeah, you really do.
Get addicted to it?
Sometimes we'll just like play together, and like it's cool to be like think that potentially this could count as work. Like even though it doesn't look like working when we're doing it, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's been great.
You try staying in 7-8. Office workers.
Tapping your finger at your desk job in 7-8.
Do it.
That's what I do all day.
Man, I'm like rhythm's like Chinese for me, man. Like, I don't get it.
How does it work?
No.
What do you play guitar, right?
I do play guitar. That's
All right,
correct.
cool.
Awesome.
I like to dabble in a lot of things. We have a drum kit at home that is
Nice.
untouched, but just one. Oh, for guitar?
Yeah.
Oh, I had like 7 of them, but I just sold a couple because I'm trying to get. I know, but you know how it is, like the gear grind. Like I gotta buy more pedals, so I gotta get rid of more pedals.
Dude, that's why I'm so glad I'm not a guitar player, because I know I would have blown so much money on pedals.
Try being a drummer. Don't even get me started on price.
Buy a
true.
new drum every time.
You should have seen him throw a fit about cracking a cymbal a few weeks ago. It was really funny.
That's awesome.
He's so cute when he's
Throwing
mad.
That's
He didn't do that.
no. Sorry, we're getting off, guys.
Also, quick question for
yeah.
you. Where can we get one of those T-shirts,
What?
Manifestavibe T-shirts?
You
Yeah.
can buy them. Kenzie, manager, come here.
Oh shit.
Come here.
Yeah.
You can buy them at our website that eventually will have ticket sales. And let me do that again.
It's
And
staying
go.
in.
You can buy our T-shirts at our website at Eventbrite, www.eventbrite /manifestavibe.com, something along those lines. And you can also buy them at the festival. Super cool, super awesome shirts like these and many more on the way.
Not the Hawaiian shirt. This is from Goodwill.
Hawaiian shirt not included.
Extra large, everybody. What is the Dreamland to you?
I want to give this to Cooper first, because he's actually the one that came up with the name Dreamland. So, I mean, do you want a second to think?
Yeah, he's got to think about it. All right.
I guess. Well,
we can come back to it if you want.
no, yeah.
We've ran through like several different concepts, but we were just like, let it be whatever people want it to be. Like, it's not really a specific idea. It's kind of just
I think
whatever you want.
You want it? You want it?
I want the mic now. Yeah, I want it. I want that mic. Yeah, I'm gonna go off of Aden here. That was kind of what I envisioned as soon as I had thought, like, not as soon as I had thought about it. It took a little bit of thought, but yeah, I think what it really means is anything you want it to mean. I look at Dreamland as like, you know, all your hopes and dreams, whatever you want to be. It's like a place to escape reality, and I feel like that's pretty important sometimes in life. You got to find a way to kind of, you know, let your brain off of things. But yeah, that's kind of what it means to me. It's just a good place to escape reality sometimes, you know.
Yeah, totally. That's kind of like the way that I feel about it a lot. So like, none of our songs are out yet, and some of them that we've written, we've never even played live. And I think the concept of Dreamland's explored a little bit in some of the songs that we haven't even played live yet. But a lot of it is about kind of like just I don't even think we're trying to make a statement with the name about escapism, but just like bring it into awareness, because it's a really common thing nowadays, and it's only becoming more and more common, I think, with like the way that the world is going. Not to spin this negatively, but like I think it's just an interesting thing to think about. There's so many things. Are you good?
We're having a moment.
He's glitching. There's so many things though that you can like escape through, and I think that it's been an interesting concept. Drugs, sex, media.
Oh my God, rock and roll,
music, anything that you can
shut it down.
You can distract yourself. I think there's like lots of interesting movies and media already about that explore that idea, but I think it's been a really cool thing to explore and think about when we're writing, and like have it be maybe a physical place like that you can go and maybe question the morality and the ethics of a place like that if it did exist or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we try to keep it pretty broad in general and so that people can make their own meaning out of it.
There's part of art and music in general is the grind, and that's a hard thing, balancing work and life and your art while you're doing it. Have experiences like working at Subway or dishwashing at a nursing home influenced your music at all? Nope.
I didn't tell her that.
And then
brothers.
I said, I know.
I know Cooper was born on. God, this is Narwhal Jr., dude.
Where's the spicy wings?
No, but
we
yes.
like to put a little on the last one.
Oh God, I'm scared of that one. He's gonna dox us at the end of this interview.
Threader scissors.
No, I think for all of us it's been tough. For me, like working on producing and trying to do that kind of stuff, it's been really hard. School, work, like multiple jobs, school, and you try to maintain relationships in your life, and it's hard, like especially when you're starting out and you're not going to see any results immediately. It's really the kind of thing you have to like have a lot of determination and discipline, which I struggle with a lot. I think we all kind of struggle sometimes with just being disciplined enough to sit down and work, especially when sometimes you're not going to have anybody like setting a deadline for you or like forcing it out of you. But like you have to learn to put like the fire under your own ass and learn how to so it's been a long struggle, and be very careful. Tread with caution.
Literally.
This guy's gassy. He's the gassy one in the band.
That's why I play the bass. You can't hear it.
It blends in.
Yeah, so I think it's been, Cooper both of these guys, they work full-time hours at like 9 to 5 type hours, and so like you're tired after a day of work, you got to go home, and like if you're taking this seriously as a career that you want to transition to, you have to work. You can't just play. Like there's got to be something that sets you apart from all the thousands and thousands of other bands who say that their dream is to do the same thing. Like, you have to turn your dream into a reality. It won't just happen. So it's been hard. We've never really, I don't think, had to work for anything this hard in our life. So I think there's a lot more hard work to do, though. So, I don't know. Yeah.
All right. I have a couple more, just a few more. But
Yeah, these questions have been great.
Thank you. So you guys exist in the scene. You guys exist in the scene in a very unique space. Can you? I don't know. This is editorial, everybody. But I feel like you guys have a much more. Another band just walked in. What happened? What happened?
Is that Monterey?
What happened?
Did you just take a picture of me?
What happened? Did it fill up? Is it going? We're good? All right. Sorry. We're good. Okay. Sorry. No. I don't know. I feel like you guys have a much more upbeat sound relative to a lot of the other bands here. I don't know. Would you agree to that or speak to that in any way?
I think there's definitely something that it is a good question. I don't know. I think we have a little bit more of a poppy sound. Maybe that's what it is. Like, there's some songs that we play that are a lot more leaning into pop than, like, there's a lot of alt rock, there's a lot of psych rock, and there's a lot of like punk rock here in Columbus. So I think sometimes we tend to take the rock out and put a little bit more pop into it and try to write something that's a little bit like catchier. But I don't know what
You're
the
trying
cause.
to write a happy song.
Also, I mean, yeah. I think part of it is the fact that we like use piano as a main instrument, and also like ukulele, like you brought up earlier, like their ukulele especially is becoming more and more rare in like live music. So I don't know. I think that's can account for some of it, but I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Anything?
I don't because we kind of blend a lot of genres. So it's hard to say, but I think our overall sound is pretty upbeat. But if you look into the lyrics, it's like Third Eye Blind.
That's what I was gonna touch on.
Yeah. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You know, shit like that.
That's beautiful. I think he should be our lead singer. We should.
We're gonna cover it, everybody. You're on the books now.
We're also we're working on covering Riptide.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be playing. No, that's a recurring joke. We're not doing it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I don't know. Do I want to do another Nardwar question?
I would love to hear what you're about to pull out of your.
I'm not looking at you. No, I'm looking at you because I feel you're like grounding me right now. I don't know why. No. Sorry. I should have asked this earlier. It made more sense earlier, but it's all right.
We can edit it. We can edit the order.
That is super out of. No. There's no context. This isn't even fun. I'm like, so like you're like the front man, Brady. So like I mean. God. I'm sorry. No, I think it's silly. No, I think it's silly. No,
all right.
No. So like, I don't know. With roles like Troy from High School Musical, I don't know. Like, can you like, do you, starring in roles like that? Like, has that like helped you in like being a front man?
Actually, yeah. I like to envision myself as Troy Bolton when I'm on stage, and it really helps me like stay focused.
Yeah.
I really
Get
do
your
have
head
to
in the
battle the
game?
urge. Yeah, I get my head in the game, and I have to resist the urge to like dribble a basketball on stage. But there's you gotta it's give and take,
Yeah.
No, but I think it did help because like learning to be on a stage like that, like having anxiety, like and stuff, you have to learn. You're playing a character, but then when you're in a band and you're a front man, like you're kind of playing a character. You're playing. If you're trying to be an entertainer, it's an exaggerated and dramatized version of yourself. So like slipping into that role did help a little bit, but sometimes I'll be up there and then I feel like me still from like junior high, like all insecure and weird. So like in moments like that, it does help to have that background, and yeah.
Fantastic.
That's wonderful. Just also, I like my nickname in high school. There were a lot of people that didn't even know my real name because I was a freshman, so people would just call me Troy. Like that was that was just my name. That was
that
great.
sucks. Being a freshman sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, are you sure you don't want to tell me what you're manifesting?
This dude is brewing something up.
Maybe I already know.
He probably does.
No, I'm just fucking around. I guess that's it though. Then thank you so much for your time. Nice
Yeah,
meeting
of course.
you. Good to meet you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We're excited to play.
Yeah, very
August
much.
12th.
August 11th and 12th, but they're 12.
We're 12th. Manifestavibe.
Look at the camera over there. Tell 'em what you're doing.
There's a camera there. There's a camera there. There's a camera. There's not a camera
There's
there.
not. There
There's
was.
not
Yeah, but all right, and that's it. Signing off.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is CIA Fruit Fly.